Welcome to a new daily top Askreddit video. Today's topic: what's the dumbest rule your school ever enforced? Can't be standing around in groups more than 4. Gang mentality. My gang of 4 found that policy very convenient. Reminds me of the time a teacher absolutely lost her shit because my friend said something like, "Come on, gang." She was convinced she caught a slip up and that she was about to expose some serious 8th grade gang activity. Or they watched Scooby-Doo. When I was kid I mimicked Keeping It Real from the Scooby-Doo live-action movie, and my teacher thought my friend and I were making fun of her somehow and tried to ban us from that night's school fair thing. I went anyway. Our school had a rule against colored shoelaces because of gang affiliation. Oh man, I forgot about all the gang affiliation stuff. We weren't allowed to wear sports jerseys, or the colors blue, red or purple. I lived in a podunk rural town of 1,200 people and there wasn't a whole lot of Latin kings recruiting going on. They outlawed bracelets because there was an article in a magazine somewhere saying they advertised what sexual acts you were open for based on their color. Then someone tried to outlaw wristwatches for the same reason. I think I had a Casio calculator watch when I was in school. I wonder what sex act the teachers might have assumed I was up to. Abstinence probably. We had the bracelet rule too, so weird. Sex bracelets. Edit. My highest ranked comment is sex bracelets. For reference, my previous highest was about how F-16s are still great jets lol. Thanks for the silver, stranger. Shag bands. Locked the only boys' bathroom because someone wrote on the wall in Sharpie. It wasn't even anything rude or inappropriate either. It was just the word hi or something like that. Didn't unlock the door until one boy wet himself and parents threatened to sue. That kid really sacrificed himself for everyone else. A small price to pay for salvation potty break. Not really a rule, but the toilet paper holders are outside of the stalls on a wall. So you have to calculate before taking a shit how much you need and hope that it was enough. Awful. And impossible. No, it's easy. The answer is the entire roll. Banned all backpacks / bags on campus. Students were expected to somehow carry everything they needed in hand. This was especially challenging if you had a non-ideal locker placement. My HS did this too. A tripping threat in classrooms apparently. Not sure if the rule still exists there as this was like 10 years ago. Ours did this too because in college they won't let you carry your bags everywhere. Fucking liars. College professors don't give a shit. Bruh. You can show up to college in pajamas and they won't even blink or ask a question, but they think they wouldn't allow backpacks. We suddenly one day weren't allowed to stand in circles during recess because, and I quote, we could be dealing drugs. I will add that for the years prior we had been standing in circles no problem. Next recess, we stood in a triangle, cue principal going apeshit. Next day we stood in a square, principal kept us inside for a week. And threatened us all with detentions if we did it again, etc. I believe their idea was open-ended circles so they could see what we were doing. Still stupid. Edit. Wow, this blew up. I should add this was in grade 8 in Canada, middle school. Most students who get a recess probably aren't dealing drugs. At my elementary school we would stand in a circle and exchange different Tic Tac flavors and we felt like we were dealing drugs the way we kept it so secret. It's not a circle, it's a, quickly counts the 9 students standing there, none are gone. I got a suspension for holding a stick. The phone call with my mom went something like this, only slightly dramatized. School, Mrs. The QQ, your son has been suspended. Mom, oh my goodness, what did he do? He was holding a stick. Did he hit someone with it? No. He was just holding it. Did he threaten to hit someone with it? No, just held it. Did he refuse to put it down when you asked? No, he was very cooperative. So what did he do wrong? He held a stick. And I should be upset about that. Absolutely, you know we have a zero tolerance policy. Right, well, I'll talk with him. As you might guess, I did not get in trouble at home. Something similar happened to my brother when he was a little kid. He found a cool-looking rock at recess and wanted to bring it home, so he was carrying it around to put in his backpack when they went inside. When they called my mom, she went down to the school demanding a meeting. The VP claimed it could be used as a weapon, so the second the VP picked up his pen to sign whatever bullshit punishment he was trying to give, my mom started screaming, "He's got a weapon, he's got a weapon." Because a grown man with a pen can cause a lot more damage than a 6-year-old with a rock smaller than his fist. My brother got a light verbal warning. ETA, this is not the first time my mom has had to flip her shit at school officials for us kids. My mom is 5'1" and 100 pounds soaking wet, and she never missed an opportunity to go to bat for us kids. I had a highly abusive teacher when I was a kid that my mom straight up assaulted in front of the principal, VP, counselor, and 2 security officers on camera. She didn't even get a slap on the wrist. ETA 2, for the people asking why my mom is wet, y'all crack me the hell up. Don't judge her for chasing fish. To those wanting me to tell her that y'all love her, after a lengthy convo, I reminded her of why I was reaching out right now. A bunch of people on Reddit say they love you. Do you have a message for them? My mom responds, "What the fuck is Reddit? Gods, I love this woman. Please tell your mom I love her." He has a stick, call the police. Razormid starts playing. No farting in class. They would say if you need to fart then go to the toilet, but then 9 times out of 10 if you asked to go the toilet they'd say no. I remember in 5th grade we would have farting competitions to see who could fart the most during the day. We might have needed this rule. Fart loudly to assert dominance. Can I go to the bathroom? No. Sharts loudly. In my school they decided not to let us students go to the toilet during class. That rule was removed after about a week, when about 99% of the students decided to just stand up after being denied a washroom walk, pee in the pants, and then ask again if the student can go to the washroom. LMAO. Not even the military can actually restrict you from going to the bathroom during basic training / boot camp. They can have someone go with you to not make sure you're fucking around, but they can't stop you from going. Some people might think that makes the military sound softer than it once was, but it costs millions per week to put a basic training class through. Losing a trainee to a bladder infection that goes bad doesn't seem worth it to me. You're telling me 99% of the students denied the bathroom decided to protest by pissing themselves out of the class? No fucking way. Zero tolerance. Just means that if someone starts a fight with you, you fight back as hard as you can. You're going to get suspended for defending yourself anyway, might as well make it worthwhile. In elementary school I literally got chased by a group of about 10 to 15 kids because we were playing Kill the Carrier and I absolutely destroyed one of their friends, so for some reason they decided the game didn't matter at that moment and that they'd all try to fight me. So all I did was run away and head into the school to tell a teacher, and the principal had the audacity to give me their form of detention, no recess, for 5 days straight, along with all of the other kids. I remember hearing my dad yelling at the principal since this was like the 4th time I got in trouble for simply defending myself or escaping conflict. Years later I found out he actually cursed her out and she was standing there in shock. Good for your dad. I always thought that the solution to this was for the kid to hit the teacher, in sight of the parent, and then the parent demand the teacher is fired for attacking the kid. What's sauce for the goose is sauce for the gander, right? This was ridiculous at my school. A friend who was a fellow AP student got suspended for 10 days because she got punched by some girl that had an issue with her. Didn't matter that she didn't touch the other girl, that tons of people witnessed it. Her parents were so mad. But she's a doctor now, so she managed. You have to wear your tie all the way home. Some sad bastard teachers would stand on the main road away from the school and try to hand out detentions in presumably their own time. Why even do this? You're not even in the school property. I know. It was a shit school as well, only like 50% of people graduated with 5 ACS. Took all the doors off the men's room bathroom stalls because of vandalism for 2 months. Because some kids were vandalizing the school, everyone has to shit with no privacy. How TF does that relate? A lot of schools treat kids like prisoners. In grade school, we weren't allowed to play on the playground equipment when it snowed. Eventually, we weren't allowed to play with snow or even go near it. I got in trouble for sitting in snow. This was in Minnesota where it snows half the year. Recess basically consisted of milling around the blacktop for 30 minutes. Ah yes, I remember the ridiculous snow rules in MN growing up. In my elementary school we weren't allowed to throw snow or make snowballs of any size, including rolling big ones. What ended up happening is that each grade, very small class sizes, would make their own snow forts from existing snow clumps created by the plows. The demand for snow clumps was furious, and so we would then attack other grades' snow forts to get more resources, i.e., steal the clumps of snow making up their base. Without the ability to throw snowballs, we'd just body slam each other instead. It was chaos, and also likely more dangerous than snowballs lol. Edit, no, I didn't go to your school, I think MN kids are all just born to body slam each other.